Is complex number session 20. We are going to discuss about how to multiply and how to divide two complex numbers which are in polar form. We are going to see its derivation first. Before going to the proof, we must remember four trigonometric formula. First is sine of a plus b is equal to sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. And the next one is sine of a minus b is equal to sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. Then cos of a plus b is equal to cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, and cos of a minus b is equal to cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. Right. Keeping all these formulae in mind, we are going to prove the derivations for multiplication of two complex numbers and division of two complex numbers in polar form. First, let's go to multiplication. Let us consider a complex number z is equal to a plus ib. You know that its polar form is z is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. If z is equal to a plus ib is a complex number, then its polar form is z is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. If you have doubt regarding this, you can see polar form part 1. Here r is modulus and theta is argument. So you know that r value is root of a square plus b square, and theta is equal to tan inverse of b by e. Right. This theta is nothing but angle made by the complex number with real axis or x-axis. Right. Now let us try to find product of two complex numbers in polar form. Let us consider two complex numbers in polar form. Let the first one be z1 is equal to r1 into cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1. Let the next complex number be z2 is equal to r2 into cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. Now let's try to find z1 into z2. So we are replacing the first complex number value here and the second complex number value here. These two are in polar form. Now let us try to multiply this r1 into r2, after that cos theta 1 into cos theta 2, then cos theta 1 into I sin theta 2. The same way I sin theta 1 into cos theta 2 and I sin theta 1 into I sin theta 2. If we multiply, our answer will be r1 into r2 cos theta 1 into cos theta 2 plus I into cos theta 1 into sin theta 2, I sin theta 1 into cos theta 2, plus into plus I into I square value is minus 1. So this is minus sin theta 1 into sin theta 2. Now let us try to collect the real parts together. This is real part, this is real part. These two are with imaginary. So let us collect these two parts which are real parts. So r1 into r2 cos theta 1 into cos theta 2 minus sin theta 1 into sin theta 2. So now we have collected real parts together. Now let us try to take I commonly outside. That is I into sin theta 1 cos theta 2 plus cos theta 1 sin theta 2. So now we have separated the real parts and imaginary part. Now if you see this is in the form cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. If you consider theta 1 as A and theta 2 as B, it is in the form cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. The same way if you see here sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. So let us use trigonometric formula, that is for this cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B can be written as cos of A plus B. So this can be written as cos of A plus B. The same way, if you see this part, this is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. plus cos A sin B. Its short form is sin of A plus B. So instead of this we can write cos of A plus B, and instead of this we can write sin of A plus B. That is here, that is R1 into R2 cos of theta 1 plus theta 2 plus I into sin of theta 1 plus theta 2. Right. So if you multiply two complex numbers in polar form, what is happening? According to the proof, we can come to a conclusion. There is no need of doing like this. Simply we can follow this method. If you want to multiply two complex numbers which are in polar form, just multiply their modulus first. That is R1 into R2. After that, the argument should be added, because first complex number argument is theta 1, second complex number argument is theta 2. So here it is added, that is cos of first complex number argument plus second complex number argument plus I into sin of first complex number argument plus second complex number argument. So to multiply two complex numbers, we have to multiply their modulus. After that, we have to add their angles or the arguments, just like in this way. So now you know how to multiply two complex numbers in polar form. Now let us try to divide two complex numbers in polar form. Let us consider the same two complex numbers. You know that the first complex number is R1 into cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1, and the second complex number is R2 into cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. You know very well, in complex number problems, you should not keep the denominator with I. So let us try to take conjugate. Conjugate of cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2 is nothing but cos theta 2 minus I sin theta 2. So the numerator and the denominator, this complex number, is multiplied by this conjugate. Conjugate of denominator is taken and multiplied with the numerator and denominator. Hence, we'll get the same answer again. There is no change in the equation. Right. Now, let us multiply in the same way. That is, if we multiply these two complex numbers, it will be like this. Cos theta 1 into cos theta 2 plus into minus minus cos theta 1 into I sin theta 2, I into cos theta 1 sin theta 2. If you multiply these two, plus I into sin theta 1 into cos theta 2 plus into minus minus I into I square value is minus 1, so that minus into minus becomes plus. Sin theta 1 into sin theta 2. So if you see, this is real part and this is also real part. These two are imaginary part. So let us collect real part separately and imaginary part separately. Right? If you collect it, your answer will be like this. Right. Now, the real part is cos theta 1 into cos theta 2 plus sin theta 1 into sin theta 2 collected together. Here, let us take plus I commonly outside for these two terms. If we take plus I commonly outside, it will become sin theta 1 into cos theta 2. For this minus, because only I is taken out, the remaining here is cos theta 1 sin theta 2. Right. If you multiply the denominator, it is very simple, because this is a complex number. This is its conjugate. To multiply a complex number with its conjugate, we have formula. We have to square the real part and we have to square the imaginary part. So real part is cos theta 2, it is squared, and imaginary part is sin theta 2, it is squared. This is cos square theta plus sin square theta. Its value is 1. So its value will become 1. Right. Now, we are going to simplify this. If you see this part, this is, if you consider theta 1 as A and theta 2 as B, this is in the way cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So if you simplify this, you can write the whole term as cos of A minus B. Here your A is theta 1, here your B is theta 2. So we can simplify this as cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 for this place. In this part, if you see, this is in the form sin A cos B, like this, minus cos A sin B, right? So its simplification is sin of A minus B. So if we simplify this, we'll get the answer as sin of theta 1 minus theta 2. So while simplifying, we'll get the answer as cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I into sin of theta 1 minus theta 2. So our answer is R1 by R2 into cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I into sin of theta 1 minus theta 2. So now it is very clear. If you want to divide two complex numbers which are in polar form, modulus should be divided. After that, argument should be subtracted. That is, we have to subtract the argument of denominator from the numerator. That is, numerator argument is here theta 1. It should be separated theta 1 minus theta 2 in this way. That is, you have to subtract this theta 2 argument of denominator from the argument of numerator. That is theta 1 minus theta 2. So it is very easy to divide two complex numbers which are in polar form. There is no need for us to do this whole works. Simply we have to divide the modulus. After that, cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I into sin of theta 1 minus theta 2. So now we know how to multiply and how to divide two complex numbers. For multiplication, multiply the modulus and add arguments. For division, divide modulus, subtract arguments. But one thing you must keep in mind, it should be in the proper polar form. It must be in the proper polar form. It should be in the form r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Cos theta is real part, sin theta is imaginary part. So whenever we are doing a problem, our real part should be with cos and our imaginary part should be with sin. And we must have plus I in the middle. Then only we can use this formula to do multiplication and division. Now let us try to do some problems. Let us see two problems. Let us consider two complex numbers which are in polar form. Let the first complex number be 2 into cos of pi by 3 plus I into sin of pi by 3. Is it in the correct format? Yes. Here we have real part, that is with cos. Here we have imaginary part, that is with sin. And these two angles should be equal to one another. So this is pi by 3, this is also pi by 3. And this should be plus I, this is also plus I. So we have exact polar form, because for an exact polar form, real parts should be with cos and imaginary part should be with sin, and the angle must be equal to one another, and we must have only plus I. Now let us consider next complex number is a 2, that is also in the exact polar form, that is 3 into cos of pi by 4 plus I into sin of pi by 4. Real is with cos term, imaginary is with the sin term, and we are having plus I. So these two are in the exact polar form. Now let us try to multiply these two complex numbers. Z1 into Z2. Z1 is written and Z2 is written. Now don't try to multiply in the way of like this. Don't multiply like this. We have formula. What the formula says, we have to multiply the modulus. So 2 into 3. After that we have to add the argument. Here the argument For the first complex number is pi by 3. For the second complex number is pi by 4. So to multiply these two complex numbers, we have to add the two complex numbers arguments, that is pi by 3 plus pi by 4. So cos of pi by 3 plus pi by 4 plus I into sine of, again adding the two complex numbers modulus, that is pi by 3 plus pi by 4. So we received the answer. Now let us just simplify this, that is 6 into cos of, if you take LCM, that is 3 into 4, 12, cross multiplying 4 pi plus 3 pi. The same way we are doing here. Our final answer will be 6 into cos of 7 pi by 12 plus I into sine of 7 pi by 12. So we have multiplied two complex numbers in polar form very easily. Now let us see how to divide two complex numbers which are in polar form using the derivation technique. That is, let us try to find z1 by z2. z1 is 2 into cos of pi by 3 plus I into sine of pi by 3, and z2 is 3 into cos pi by 4 plus I into sine pi by 4. As I told you, these two are in the exact polar form. So according to the rule of division of two complex numbers, we have to divide their modulus, then we have to subtract the denominator's argument from the numerator's argument, that is 2 by 3 into cos of pi by 3 minus pi by 4 plus I sine of pi by 3 minus pi by 4. If you simplify this, we'll get the answer like this, that is 3 into 4, 12. In 12, 3 goes 4 times, 4 pi. For this minus minus, in 12, 4 goes 3 times, 3 pi. So if we simplify this, the same way here also, if we simplify this, our answer will be 2 by 3 into cos of pi by 12 plus I into sine of pi by 12. So now we have learned how to multiply two complex numbers in polar form and how to divide two complex numbers in polar form. Try to do some more problems from your textbooks and you can have more knowledge. Thank you.